Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and this is the Raiders Rumors Mailbag, where I answer questions from the live audience here. And remember, I go live every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. If you haven't already, subscribe. Join our live shows, and if you're like, well, I work during your live shows, that's fine. You can send in a super thanks, but to make sure that you never miss anything, subscribe, turn on those notifications right now. To the people that I know for a fact have their notifications on, they're always one of the first people to comment below. So Untouchable Raider 1960, SRL Spirits, Phil, Pat Valdez, and Eric Williams, I salute you. I say thank you for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you want to have a future shout-out on the show, you got to be one of the first people to comment on my video. Let's go to a super chat from Hunter Rengo. Jalen Ramsey's father just passing through. Are you saying that he passed away? I'm not 100% sure. Jalen Ramsey's father just passed. Oh, I know what you're saying. No, Hunter Renfrow is Jalen Ramsey's daddy. So that's what it is. At first, Sam and I are like, I don't know exactly what's happening. Yes, Hunter Renfrow, Jalen Ramsey's daddy. Let's go to LC Raider. I see the Raiders slip down to plus 4,000 to win it all. Mitch, I think it's time to put some money down. It's funny that you say that. The bets that I have already made, which you're right, I got the Raiders at plus 3,500 odds, which means if you put down $10, you can win $350 if they do end up winning it. Technically, you win $340 because you put down 10. But I have plus 3,500 on the Raiders winning it all, and I got Derek Carr at plus 5,000 odds. I got it at that because it was before the Devante Adams trade. Let's go to B-Ray. Do you think Carr's fumbles will go down this year, and why either way? It's kind of a tough thing to say. I personally don't think that the fumbles are going to go away because it's not a one-year problem. It's been a career problem, and yeah, he's got smaller hands compared to some other quarterbacks. I mean, since coming into the NFL in 2014, Derek Carr has twice as many fumbles as any other player. Twice as many. It's a fumbling problem for DC. Do I hope that number comes down a little bit? Of course I do. But do I think it's going to go away? No. Let's go to Tin Cup 45. Could the Raiders trade for Patriots offensive tackle Isaiah Wynn? I've seen the reports out there that Wynn wants a new deal. He's scheduled to make $10.4 million, wants a brand new contract. However, I don't really see the point of going out and getting Isaiah Wynn, who you're probably going to have to give up a third, fourth round pick for and pay him $10.4 million this season. Then go ahead and give him a contract extension. Not that he's not a talented player, but he plays left tackle. If I'm going to spend $10.4 million on Wynn, I would just rather give $10.4 million to Daryl Williams, who, sure, I get he's older, but Daryl's a right tackle, and so no, I like the question. I appreciate it, but I'd rather invest my money in Daryl Williams instead. Cappy Cap, Daniel Keenan. Okay, Mitch, think. What wide receiver is going to step up after Adams, Waller, Renfrow? That's the real question. So you're right, because I would say the person who can get the fourth amount of targets on the roster, it's going to be a race between Keelan Cole, Demarcus Robinson. I'm not going to throw Josh Jacobs in there, but in terms of fourth on the red zone targets, I could say somebody like Fox Moreau, maybe even Brandon Bolden, who had 41 catches last season. I'm putting my money on Keelan Cole, but I really think it could be Cole or Demarcus Robinson. Both of these players, they're not going to catch many footballs this season. But if you had to say, they're going up against each other, right? Oklahoma drills, that's what it's called, right? Jonathan Hankins, Andre James. Who wins? JH for Hankins, AJ for Andre James. I can't guarantee you that they're going to do an Oklahoma drill. I can guarantee you this. Both are going to be in Las Vegas at this event that I am running. Jonathan Hankins and I, we're going to do a burger eating competition, and all the proceeds are going to go to the Just One Project. The date and time, Saturday, June 11th from 1 to 4 p.m. The location, Barcode Burgers in Las Vegas. You can see the address on screen. It's $20 a ticket. We're also going to do raffles. There's going to be signings, autographs, giveaway, and the proceeds go to the Just One Project, which is the nonprofit organization that connects community by inspiring people to give back, get involved, and make a difference in the lives of disadvantaged families and children. Our projects positively impact the people we serve and fill their basic needs. Now, the burger that I'm taking down with Hankins, it's like 4 pounds of burger and fries. You get 10 minutes to do it. I'm going to make a fool of myself, but I'm telling you what, I can eat a lot of food. And Hankins, I'm telling you, man, you're going down. If you want to see the autographs, if you want to take pictures, if you want to see me try to tackle a burger, that's great. Here are some other players at the event that you will be able to meet. Jonathan Hankins, Bilal Nichols, Andre James, Neil Farrell Jr., former Raiders running back Jalen Richard, Kendall Vickers. You will be able to sit down, maybe not sit down, but at least take a picture and meet all these guys. Some other players who might end up showing up. I don't know if they're going to be here. I was told they will, but I was also told they might not. So it's Nate Hobbs, Jonathan Abrams. So all I'm saying, y'all, is get your tickets now because the tickets are going to go fast. Chatsports.com/burgers. Here's a QR code that you can go ahead and scan as well. There's about enough room for 100 people here. It will be first come, first serve. For $20 an event like this, I'm telling you, it's a hell of a deal. Let's go to Coxie Pup. Forget everyone else. Raiders sign right tackle Daryl Williams and Suh defensive tackle. That would be the difference in just making the playoffs or making the conference championship / Super Bowl. I do think that both of these players make a whole lot of sense. I would also add another cornerback, maybe Chris Harris Jr. or Janoris Jenkins. But Coxie Pup, you and I, we're on the same page, my man. Cameron Sproul, one of the OGs. Mitch, I see the Raiders winning the division with a 10-7 record due to everybody knocking each other all this season. I'm going to say no, and 10-7 is going to be a good record, right? And if the Raiders go 10-7, it's still going to be impressive because of how difficult their schedule is. I personally believe that one team will win more than 10 games in this division because, yes, all four teams are very competitive. All four teams are going to beat up each other. It's just 10-7 is a little bit low for an overall division winner. David Taken, I was wondering when you'd tune in, bro. Please sign Williams. I am not comfortable with the right side of our offensive line. I'm with you. I mean, my confidence level in the line on the right side, 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10. Is there upside there? Yeah, of course. Like, I know Dylan Parham's going to be a hell of a player. I'm hoping that Alex Leatherwood can be a first-round pick. If Brandon Park can get his shit together a little bit, if Andre James can take that next step, the Raiders have the upside to be a good offensive line, but I also said that last year, and well, we were a bottom 5 offensive line. If you want even more Raiders content, like let's say I missed your question here on our live show on YouTube, I won't miss your questions, I won't miss your comments on Locals. Why? It's a smaller audience, but it's also a more intimate audience, which is why I like Locals, because imagine we're like sitting down at a bar. I can talk to you guys, and that's what Locals is all about here. And I've actually been able to meet a lot of people personally through Locals. So if you want to support the show, it's a great way to do it. If you want extra Raiders content because you're a Raiders content junkie like myself, then please go to RaidersReport.locals.com where you can watch some of the videos that I've made recently. Raiders free agent targets after June 1st. The Raiders will do something that hasn't been done since 1980. This is also pinned on my Twitter account, Raiders and Chill. I make 2 videos every single week. I also go live at least once a week interacting with the crowd, and somebody asked me to do this on Local, so I went ahead and did it, ranking the top 10 players on the Raiders. Right now I start at 10, work my way all the way down to 1. If the Raiders Report, you like it on YouTube, you're also going to like us on Locals as well. It's more Raiders content. Let's go to Blood. What up, bro? Breakout, Kenyan Drake will be like James White when he is in the middle of the Patriots offense. Expect more dynamic and explosiveness than James White. If Kenyan was 100% healthy, I would like this idea. The other thing that I'm going to just say pump the brakes on it is the fact that the Raiders went out and got Brandon Bolden. The Raiders' current staff, they like Bolden a lot, and he is going to take a little bit away from Drake. Also, the way that they restructured Drake's contract tells me that this new regime isn't 100% sold on Drake. So just please keep that in mind. The Raiders are an incredible organization. A lot of great players have come through the ranks, and a lot of guys that, you know what, man, I wish I could have seen live. You can always go back and watch highlights. You can see a lot of things, but watching a player live or in real time, it just hits different. So all I ask is this. Who's your favorite Raiders player ever? All time. If you want to say a current player, that's totally fine. But I'm talking about the guys in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the early 2000s. When you sit back and you're like, you know what? That was the guy. That's the player I like. Who is it? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section right now. Your favorite Raiders player of all time. For the OGs, Charles Woodson, Bo Jackson. Those are my guys. Let's go to the next one. Coming in from, I thought this was Adam Sandler. Believe JH will win, but Mitch has got to eat, so you're thinking Jonathan Hankins is going to beat me. Until he pukes, I mean, does that count? Do you have to keep the food down? I would say yes, you do have to keep the food down. The reason why I think I'm going to win is because I want to win more. Jonathan Hankins probably doesn't care if he wins or loses in this matchup. I do. I have a lot riding on this, and it's my personal pride. So the most food I've ever eaten in one sitting, I ate 72 wings in 30 minutes, which I don't know how much that translates to, but burgers are my favorite food. So the fact that burgers are my favorite food, what I'm most worried about is eating that much food, and it's like 110 degrees out in Las Vegas, because when it gets really hot, I don't typically eat as much, and I don't know if I'm going to have time to get a workout in. If I work out, Hankins, I'm telling you, watch out. I'm going to be bringing my A game. Let's go to Dylan from 305. Could Malcolm Koonce be a surprise cut? So Koonce was drafted in the 3rd round out of Buffalo last season. Didn't really play at all, which was a little bit concerning. I thought they should have given him a few extra reps. When I look at Koonce, I've always thought of him more as an outside linebacker, edge rusher, than as a true defensive end. So maybe this new regime can get it working a little bit with him. But would it surprise me? Yes, it would. But also, if this new regime is not 100% committed to him, then sometimes you just got to go ahead and move on. I'm going to say no, but I also don't think it's totally impossible either. This week, y'all, it's going to be a weird week for me. I'm just telling y'all right now, I'm going to be at a bachelor party. My best friend from college, he's getting married, so me and all my college buddies and some of his friends as well, we're going to be getting a bachelor pad in like the middle of the Poconos. I don't know exactly where we're going to be. I should probably figure that out. So if any news or rumors ends up happening, I'm going to try to keep you guys up to date. And if anything crazy happens, I will be going live from some random cabin in the Poconos. Hopefully the Wi-Fi is working. And if the Wi-Fi is working, it's going to be me. It's going to be all my buddies partying on the Raiders Report. So seriously, tune in and let's get wild. Let's go to MM and L77. Why are you confident in Denzel Good? He is a proven, good, versatile offensive lineman. The reason why I'm not 100% sold on Denzel right now is because the last time I saw Denzel, he was a good offensive lineman. But the ACL injury can impact people in different ways. Let's just say it makes Denzel a little bit less good. And that if it makes him an average guy, that who knows? I don't know if he's going to be 100% healthy. He is healthy right now, but that injury can hurt a lot of different people in different ways. And when you're over 300 pounds, it's a little bit different. So I'm confident in Denzel, healthy Denzel. Slightly healthy Denzel Good is where I get worried because I don't want another Richie Incognito situation where you rely on a guy, he's not there, and then you're kind of in a bad situation. What up, Caesar? What up, Mitch? Mine was Tyrone Wheatley and Charles Woodson and Charlie Gardner. Excuse me. So your favorite Raiders of all time. You know, I wish I could have watched Wheatley because he was just an absolute menace, I feel like, if you're trying to tackle that guy. Charlie Gardner, another stud. But Charles, to me, is just on a whole nother level. But I appreciate the super chat and you letting me know who your favorite Raiders of all time are. What up, Dick So Solid Dixon? Another super chat. Sleeper Mack Hollins. Breakout Trayvon Mullen and Robertson. You know, I would consider Trayvon could be a potential breakout. If Amik broke out, that would be wild to me. I would say Amik is more of a sleeper because he hasn't done anything yet. But if Mack Hollins, who is an extremely athletic player, can get some work in the red zone and he impresses early on, he could be a dude that might not get a lot of receptions, might not even get a lot of yards, but he had 4 touchdowns last season, and the Raiders want to be able to improve in the red zone. So very interesting on all those names. Cameron Sprout, another super chat. You're one of the OGs. The 70s Raiders were true Raiders, who the current team could fit right in with them. So you're asking me who on the current roster right now could fit with the 70s Raiders? I mean, I'll go off the top of my head. I'll say Crosby to me because Crosby's just somebody who I really truly believe there's like that old saying, like, you know, he's going to come in there, he's going to work his freaking tail off. Denzel Perriman would be a hell of a name because he just hits the shit out of people, and back in those days you didn't have to cover as well. So I would say Denzel, Max Crosby, and I believe that Devante Adams would be good on just about any team he's on.